Goddamn, Sam.
I got a special guest with me today, Miss Marquita Turner. How you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Good?
Yes.
Nervous?
Yes.
Nah, don't be nervous. So today, I got Marquita in here. Marquita is a certified CPA.
Yes.
And tell me what that means when you say certified CPA.
So, certified public accountant,
Okay.
meaning it's basically like the lawyer. I'm a lawyer, but I do numbers.
You do know.
So it's the same type of training. You had to sit before, take an exam, get licensed. You have to do continuing education every year to maintain your license. You're upheld to like the highest standard in ethics when it comes to the accounting.
So you top of the line. Okay, so
Yeah.
I got you. So Marquita, I got you on here today. I want to explain to my guests, we're going over how to start a business. So one of the first things that you have to do to start a business, what would be the first things you have to do?
Well, one of the first things is actually do a business. Like, what is it that you do? Like, some people are creative and it's a hobby.
Gotcha.
So then first you want to monetize your hobby or your passion and what it is that you do.
And narrow down what you
Narrow down is what it is that you like to do, what it is that you enjoy doing, and then find a way to monetize that. So that's really
right.
the main goal.
So once we get there, then that's when we come to you. So I would say the next thing we'll do is establishing a name. And
Yes.
as far as establishing a name,
Yes.
like I say, you would have to pick something that you love, something that means something to you, and something that's marketable.
Correct.
And once you get that name, then what's the next
Well, first you
step?
want to make sure that the name is available.
Right.
Because
Exactly.
if you have a common name like, Jane Doe,
Right.
you can't say, oh, it's Jane Doe Bakery when there's already a Jane Doe
It's
Bakery.
already one.
And then it also depends on the type of business that you're trying to do. Are you trying to set up a DBA, which means you and your company are one and the same, or are you trying to set up an LLC? So,
Okay. So break that down to me. So what is the difference between a DBA and an LLC?
So a DBA is basically like the acronym stands for doing business as, and you are doing business as your business name. So there's no distinction between the two.
Right.
So-
So if I start a business as Troy Green and I'm doing business as, say I got a Troy Green lawn service.
Yes.
So I'm doing business as Troy Green lawn
Right. So
service.
that's the business name is Troy Green DBA, or doing business as Troy Green.
Gotcha. Okay. So what is a LLC?
So a LLC is a limited liability company, and then you have additional protection. So there's a distinction between your business and you as an owner.
So what is the difference in protections from a DBA and a LLC?
So worst case scenario, something happens and somebody decides they want to sue you, or they don't like what you're doing and they want to come after you legally. With a DBA, they can come after you and your business because you all are one and the same.
Gotcha. So
With the LLC, they have to come after your business first,
okay.
and then you as an owner. There's a distinction between
So
the two.
if I have a DBA, and I just want to get it correct for the people out there. If I have a DBA and something happens and they sue me, they have action at getting at all of my personal property. If I have
Correct.
my truck, my home, everything.
Yeah, everything.
Right? So if I have a LLC, they only have action at going at the business.
Correct.
And so say my business, say I have if I have a trucking company and I have 5 trucks, but one of my drivers run into somebody and they sue my company because of that, do they have action at all 5 of my trucks or just one, my whole bank account? How does that work?
So yes, they would have your company as a whole and whatever is underneath the company. So the trucks, they may have to do civilly. They may be able to come after the driver, but if the driver is an employee versus a contractor, then that's something totally different, and they would have to come after.
So I guess what would be a safer way is if I have 5 trucks. So say even like I'm doing 5 trucks, 5 home rent houses under the same one. Should I put each one under a different entity, a different LLC?
Yes, because they're 2 different type of industries and businesses.
So if I have 5 trucks, it should be truck number 1 LLC, truck number 2 LLC, if I want that to have that protection.
No, you should do, Troy Green Trucking and have all 5 trucks underneath your trucking.
Right.
And then if you, what's that example?
If I have 5
and then
rent houses.
The rent houses, you
Right.
would do under Troy Green Real Estate or Troy Green Rental or Troy Green Rental Properties. Okay. That would be 2 different LLCs.
2 different LLCs, because I was asking, because if something happens, can they go after all 5 under each business, or should each one be under a different LLC? So if my employee wrecks truck number 1, they can only sue truck number 1, because truck number 2 through 5, it has its own LLC.
If you separate it out like that, but I would be interested to know why you would want to separate out your trucks into legal entities.
So they won't go sue me and take all 5. They'll only take the one that I wrecked.
Well, that's fair. But I mean, it's more costly to set it up, the business structure that.
Gotcha. Okay, that's what I was getting at. Okay. Cool. No, you good. I got you. So that's a very, very good example there. Gotcha. So we got how much. What's the different price in DBA and LLC? How much is it to do each one?
So DBA in Houston is about $25, and that's filed with the county.
Gotcha.
So you're only doing business as your business name in the county.
Right.
With the LLC, you file with the state, with the Secretary of State.
Okay. So how much does the LLC?
It starts out at $300.
$300. So it's different packages.
Well, it's $300. That's the filing fee. But if you want to expedite it, meaning you want to rush process it, they add fees for additional things like that.
And if someone wants to do that, they can contact you to do that. Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay. Oh, of course. Gotcha. Okay. Cool. So now, so basically, what you're saying is a DBA is, just to be honest, really ain't nothing. You should definitely get your LLC.
Depending on what you're doing. I mean, if you just, like I said, if it's just a hobby, if it's just something that you're doing, I make shirts for, sports teams, my kids, right. Something like that, then it's just a hobby. I'm not really trying to monetize. Okay, fine. But if you're planning on like expanding, elevating, growing your business, then I would definitely do LLC.
Go to an LLC.
Or you can start off with a DBA and then convert that into an LLC.
Okay.